You could probably do this presser, for me, as tale of two halves, and that's not to take anything away from it, man. I could probably sum it up in one sentence. In the first half, they just did not feel us at all. In the second half, they did. That doesn't guarantee anything, but there's a stark difference in terms of our energy, toughness, communication, commitment to the defensive side of the floor against a very explosive offensive team. They can present a lot of different challenges for you, but we had that urgency and edge in the second half, born out of them blowing the doors off of us in that first half. And that's just too many mistakes to overcome. In that second half, everything had to really go our way, and there were a couple key times where it felt like we were going to get it to 5. We just couldn't quite get it over the hump. And they played well. They definitely had us on our heels in that first half. I can't recall. It feels like one of our poor defensive games in about a month, just in terms of disposition and commitment on that side of the floor.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how uncharacteristic was that first half? Just because you guys haven't been playing so well defensively.
Yeah, it's sometimes these lessons can be costly in terms of how committed you have to be to your identity. Our defense is paramount to us. That's how we win basketball games. Particularly as you bring guys back from injury, you expect to have a little bit of out of rhythm. Not everybody totally in sync. That's okay. We can still win games by defending and keeping it close. And then you have gamers at the end that can figure it out. Jimmy, Tyler, Bam, et cetera. They all can figure it out as long as you're taking control of things and the tenor of the game, as long as you're kind of creating your momentum from your defense.
A 5-second violation of the timeout. Did it just feel nobody popped open, or?
Yeah, I don't think I diagrammed the best play. They defended it well. I thought a couple things were open and they weren't. So that's not at all on the guys. That's more on me.
Your view of incorporating Caleb and Tyler back in after their time is?
Yeah, the most important thing is that they're back and able to play those minutes. Caleb's energy in the second half was terrific, outstanding. I didn't anticipate playing him this many minutes, but we just had to. It was I played basically 12 straight minutes in the third quarter, but the momentum was shifting, and really I think he was the one that kind of spearheaded the shift in our whole deal defensively. He was just so active. It was great to see him back out there like that. Tyler, was trying to get in a rhythm in the first half. He finally got in a better rhythm in the second half. And these things are to be expected, and then eventually we'll get Kyle back. But we can't lose sight of how we win basketball games. Have to be able to defend. You got to make it tough. And we've been doing that, for several weeks. So we'll just have to get back to that, on this road trip. And again, that doesn't guarantee anything. That just gives our team the best chance to win games against anyone, anywhere, anytime.
So you often say make them feel you, but you can see it in the second half where you actually, physically, you can see them putting their bodies against people. Is it as simple as that when you say make them feel you, or is there more to it?
Yeah, that sums it up quite a bit. You can see it, you can feel it. It's not rocket science. We got, we brought a less than best effort and focus in the first half, and they're an explosive offensive team. They got in a great groove. By the time we finally committed to the effort and the toughness defensively, it was about 5 minutes left in the half, 6 minutes left in the half, and then they started to make some tough shots. I thought we defended some things well those last few minutes of the first half, but if you give a team right out of the gate 12 free throws in the first quarter, all the layups, all the easy ones that they need to get, you know, then you got to deal with their best, and that's tough against any team. We're not going to win a lot of games, you know, particularly on the road if we're giving up 120 or whatever we scored, 113. That should be enough for it to be a real possession game. You know, and that's what we'll have to just focus on the rest of this road trip.
What makes Victor so good as a distributor? 10 assists, no turnovers today. Why is he able to do that? How's he able to do it so well?
One, because he's a talent. And he also cares. Like, he's been beating himself up about some of his turnovers and his handle, you know, the last few games, even when he's played really well. You know, he's really so, you know, he's conscious of his responsibility when the ball's in his hands. He has pride in doing things well for his team offensively. And then initially, you know, when we started bringing him back into this role, that's really what it was. Is more of a defender, facilitator, help us get into offense. And as he's gotten more comfortable, he's been able to score more points as well. All right, thank you.